What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Wing It Customs. I'm Cody and this is my HZ Ute. I've been working on this rear end in another video and made this bottom section. Finally got it welded in, ground back. Like, there's some imperfections all over the place, but I'm happy with it. I've still yet to do some welding underneath and around this wheel arch and fill up a couple of tiny little pinholes along this edge. Still a little bit of dolly. Like I say, there's some imperfections of it. Doing all this, I found some rust at the top. Kind of annoyed me, but I'm rethinking about doing this section here. I don't know yet if I will do it. There's definitely some rust up the top here that I do want to tackle. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed the video so far. This is my HZ. It's a 79 Belmont series. I'm very excited. There's some other things in the shed that I want to get on cracking on to. But this one come out pretty good. Hope you guys have liked it. Please hit the subscribe button. Give us a comment. Let me know what you think. I definitely had my challenges with this one. Like folding this lip on the car itself. That was a little bit tricky. But it came out all right, and there was certainly some blow-throughs with the welding that I just kept filling them up. But overall, I'm happy with it. I can work with this now. Bit more shaping to do, but yeah, it came out pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with it. I'm going to take a break from this and then get cracking on something else in the shed. There's a couple of things I want to show you guys. I went and did some more tour trips. Picked up the two front fenders for the 37 Ford. My apologies, last video I posted was me picking up the 35. Turns out it's a 37. Now, I did a bit of research and realized it was a 37 Ford. So I went down and picked up two front fenders for it, another part of the chassis which came off of this one, but overall I'm not going to be using that one either. I'll probably end up making a new chassis altogether using the original as a template. So big plans for that one. I've made myself a little jig to put the body on, so I can wheel it around in the shed. This very simple little trolley thing that I made. But I'm yet to mount that to the dolly itself so I can do some chopping. So that's going to be right now. Let's get into it. Guys, well, there it is, my little body dolly, sitting this thing up nice and perched. It's not quite perfect. I'm going to put another bar across here and possibly make it adjustable, and two bolts going into the firewall so I can adjust the height of the front of the car, front of the ute. And I'll probably put two bolt holes in the back. Don't really want to, but I'll figure out a way how to clamp the back so that is secure as well, and then get it all nice and level, nice and even on each side. Got plenty of room underneath. Start doing the side seals. The last thing I'll probably do will be the firewall, so I'm not too fussed about that, but getting all the rest of the body looking really good. Possibly doing that roof chop that I talked about. Yeah, so far I'm happy. I'm going to get onto this and see where it goes from there. Okay, so that's that all sorted out. This is I'm gonna make 2 slot holes on each side of that frame. So these bolts will go straight in there, and a little nut on the outside, should be sweet. I've got my lifter fully adjustable. So happy days, I'm gonna get slotting on this and see where we go from there. So actually at the moment, it's not super sturdy, so I'm gonna hook it up to the roof. Just give it propped up off the little tabs that I've got on there at the moment. Lift it up so I'm not gonna disturb that too much, and start slotting out those sections. Okay, slots cut out. So what I've done on one side is gone a lot deeper just to get this bar in. I realised that, you know, it was a little bit tricky. I thought this here might have been just enough length, but these here are quite long. So went a little bit longer on one side, and went to test fit it. So far, that's looking pretty good, and I'm happy with it. It's definitely a little bit tight, but once she's straight, there's some nice sliding movement there. All I need is a nice level on this, and I can make it pretty level. So, very simple idea, and a lot of time just on this frame, but I'm going to tighten these up and then figure out how I'm going to mount it to the firewall itself, and then I've got a fully adjustable front end. I can lift it up if I need to. What I really wanted to do this for was to lift the front and get the body sitting on the right angle that I want to sit it on, just so I can do the seals and get them nice and level with the cab and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, so far this thing's looking pretty cool. It's very basic, so it definitely needs to be filed down in some areas. It's a little bit tight, but happy days. now I need to find the outside, the center of this actually. Should be 36 and a half. 36 and a half, so we are looking at 18.25, which is going to be super tricky to get that point, because that's right where my bloody strap is. Okay, so now I've got these nice and tight, and they're pretty straight, hopefully. No, this one might do. Pretty happy with that. I just gotta lower it a little smidge. This is gonna be a little bit tricky. Up too far. Probably there. All right, so now I've got to find the center of this and make sure that they are in the middle. And because I know their level, it's a little bit off on the bar, but I can always flatten this bar out. I could twist this bar actually. So it's a bit of tinkering around, measure it up, get it right in the center, should be sweet. And weld it up, ready to go. Alright, well they come up pretty good. So, a little bit tricky welding underneath it. Just thinking about this right now, I really don't need it adjustable. Kind of silly, I just went and did all this to make it adjustable, but it's in place now, so that's good. I'm actually thinking about lifting this up to a certain point where I want it, and then just welding those bars straight in, because we'll see how strong these bolts are and if it does hold, if it doesn't. There is that slight chance they might spread and it might drop, which I don't want to happen. So what I'm going to do, I mean these are pretty tight at the moment. I could probably tighten them up a little bit, and then I might let this go and see what it does. I'm really concerned that it might flip down. It shouldn't if they're tight, but it might. So I'll slowly do it. I mean, you saw me slowly do it before, but we'll see what it does. I may weld these straight to the bar, and then I can cut them later if I need to. Or I could pin them underneath, maybe. I could maybe put a little bar underneath. Maybe I could do that. I mean, this one's not going to go down any further. It's up. Yes. Decisions. Well, good thing is my throttle still works, my throttle pedal. So I've got plenty of gas in the tank. Should be sweet. We're nice and centered now. I'm still yet to move on to the back. The back, I built another little frame up, just sitting on it at the moment. So let's see what this does. I'm just going to tighten these up and we'll give it a lift. Slightly on the back end, but my main goal, what I'm trying to achieve, is lining up the body lines. So what I'm going to do is clamp, get 2 clamps and clamp these on and check this level here, and because that's what I'm trying to achieve with this. By tilting that body back, I can get this nice and flat. It's going to be nice and flat with the ground once I finish building it. So that is going to make this car look pretty cool. Have a nice straight body line. And yeah, so I'll just grab 2 clamps, clamp this up, and then we'll check that. Alright, I've got this side looking really good. I'm just going to check this same thing on the other side and tighten up those front bolts, and it should be sitting pretty good. I haven't done any bolting to the back yet, so there could be some variance in that. It's just sitting on the lip. They may tend to move around or fold, but I'll check this out on the other side. I've got my body line dead center with the road, so I'm pretty happy about that. Alright, well that is it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Please remember to hit the subscribe button, give us a comment. It's a very basic little frame set up for moving this body around, getting it nice and level with ground. I can work on the floor and all that sort of stuff, the seals, getting them spot on to the floor I've got. How accurate are floors? Sometimes they are not always accurate, but I'm sure if I moved it around 100 times and measured it in all different spots, I'm going to come up with a pretty average measurement. So yeah, again, thanks guys for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and let me know what you think. Cheers for watching. I'll see you all on the next one, eh?